Hi guys! So this month I've been traveling and I can tell you a couple experience I have traveling from Asia to LA, and it is super freaking dry. My hair is dry, my skin is dry, and I'm starting to notice that certain things I've been using in LA has been really rough on my skin because after using a lot of Asian beauty care, using LA beauty care some products, I was like, wow, that was rough, and I didn't even notice it because it was the only option. So here's the number one thing that I noticed that when I got off the plane was that my hair was super dry, and I was using this brand before, but now I definitely really love it, appreciate it. So the thing was, originally I was only using this brand for shampoo and conditioner, but I think it was too moisturizing for my scalp. So what happened is I asked my hairstylist, and he's saying like when you wash your hair, when you wash with shampoo, you are cleaning your scalp. So when I'm cleaning scalp now, after I found this brand, I realized this brand is actually not just for guys or people who have dandruff. This is actually scalp care. So previously I was mentioning I saw the YouTube guru in Britain. Her name is I think Floor. She was mentioning how she has very finicky hair, and I was like, let me try this after she mentioned it. And I tried it originally in Taiwan, and I was so happy that I found it. That it made, because I used to have really oily scalp, and then I had it because it was so dry in LA. So even though I went back to Taiwan, I still continue to produce a lot of oil because that's what my scalp was used to. So after I used this, I realized my scalp produced less oil, less frequent, and I got the one that's aloe vera right now. And the problem after using this is that my scalp is great, but my hair here in the bottom is so dry. So when I use this brand, I use their conditioner, I use their leave-in treatment, which is like a smaller bottle, and it's more intense. You leave it in for 20 minutes, and then you clean it out. This one, I also use their shampoo. So what I do is the day of that I shower, wash my hair, I pump either the leave-in treatment or the conditioner, and I pump like, I think I already used, like I used it 3 times, and I already like a third. I think a third of it is gone. So I moisturize the bottom of it. So when you use conditioner, don't moisturize your scalp, just condition the bottom of your hair. And I use it and I put it in a ponytail, and like I mentioned, if you see my ballet channel, actually when I do ballet, I leave-in conditioner. I use leave-in conditioner in my hair when I put it in a bun, and then and I wash it out after I finish ballet. So this is definitely the brand I use, Tsubaki, which is also part of Shiseido. Shiseido right here. And this brand is not cheap. I think it was like, it's definitely not the most expensive one, but this is probably like $15 US. And this is the one I go to right now. And if you find it, where do you find it? You can find it either online. I'll put the link below for places I can find. And also you can find it in Japanese supermarket, like Mitsuwa or wherever you are. Go look for a Japanese supermarket. Now, for leave-in conditioner, right now I'm using Infusium 23, and it says it's for damaged hair, and I want to say I'm not like super in love with it, but right now I do find it that it does, because once it's really dry, I feel like it's hard to comb through. So I do feel like this kind of helps my hair comb through, and I think the smell of it, it's definitely not as good as the Taiwan brand, the Japanese brand I was using before in Taiwan. But this is like, it's acceptable. I think it's not too potent, or it doesn't smell too bad. So you can see. So I do put a couple pumps in the morning when I'm leaving the house. So it's not bad. I don't think it's my favorite, but it's definitely, I would probably continue using it, but I'm trying to think if I can find something better than this. And then the next thing was when I got off the plane, I realized Bioderma, it's hugely popular in Asia, in Taiwan, in Taipei. Like, you can find it in every store. You can buy it in the store everywhere. Here, you can only find it in Amazon. Like, I went to Ultra. I went to Ultra. It's like right next to my house. And then I was like, what's the makeup remover you guys use here? I asked all the sales girls, right? And they're all supposed to be makeup, like came out of makeup school. And they're like, oh, we use L'Oreal. And I was like, really? Let me try it. And then, because I asked them if they had Bioderma. And they're like, we never heard of Bioderma. I was so shocked. Like, how can you never heard of Bioderma? And I was like, you know that brand that all the makeup artists use? And she's like, you mean L'Oreal? And I was like, what? Really? And then, so I tried the one that she mentioned, and she's talking about the one that's sensitive, oil-free. It's a blue bottle cap, and I actually bought it, and where's the receipt? I actually bought it and returned it. And Ultra is really nice. They're really, like, I returned it after 10 days, and they didn't say anything about it. They're just like, did you use it? I go, yeah. And then they're like, okay. They didn't even ask me why I'm returning it, and I was like, I was thinking it doesn't work. Like, I try to remove my makeup, eye makeup, it doesn't remove at all. And I was like, it was $7 a bottle. It was a smaller bottle than this. Of course, this is like, I think this is like $15 or something. So for the volume and size, I think this would be probably comparable. The size and volume would be comparable with the L'Oreal, except the L'Oreal one doesn't work for me. I mean, the oil-free one. I remember the one that actually had oil in it actually does remove makeup, eye makeup, especially really hard to remove eye makeup. But the problem is afterwards you're left with this grease all over your eyes. So yeah, this one is definitely worth it. It's just you have to buy it on Amazon, and I'll put the link below. And you have to wait like 5 days, I think. You have to wait 5 days for it. That's why I went to Ultra, because I couldn't wait. Okay. The next one I got is this. So this is #1 popular. It's like a whitening toner in Japan and Taiwan, and it's like #1 seller. So I went to the Japanese supermarket to buy the hair conditioner, and this was there. And this was like, they only had last 2 bottles. It seems like a tornado went by and everybody grabbed all the bottles, and then this one only had like 2 left. So I was like, guys, let me get this. So I don't have to buy it online, but it's not cheap. I forgot how many. It's more than $10 per bottle, but it's the same price as in Taipei. The thing was, when I was using it, you gotta use a cotton ball with it, right? And then, so originally I was using the brand Swiffer, and Swiffer's everywhere, and you notice, like, if you go to any drugstore, when you're trying to buy any cotton pads, that's the only brand they have, right? And then when I was using it, because I had some leftover here when I came back, and I was using it, I was like, whoa, that was freaking rough. Like, because in Taipei, the brand I use, the cotton pad, is actually the brand of the seller. It's kind of like the Sephora brand of the cotton pad, or the Ultra brand of the cotton pads. And I usually ask them for like the thinnest one, because the thinner it is, the less of this it's going to be wasted on the pad or your eye makeup remover, right? This thing is like $15 a bottle, right? So you want to use less of them being just absorbed by the cotton pad, and you want more to be used on your face. So when I was using Swiffer, I can't pronounce it. It was like so freaking rough, and I think for 90 pads, it's like $3.50. And I was running around all the Asian supermarkets and all the Korean brands places, like groceries. I was like, do they have their own cotton pad? Because I can't use this anymore. It is so freaking rough. And let me show you the American brand and the So the American brand is this. So this is the Swiffer. This is the brand, right? I went to Daiso, and look how thin this is. And this is really rough compared to this. I mean, this is still rougher than the one I got in Taipei, but I finally found this in Daiso. Daiso is this. So Daiso, they also have it in Taipei, but I don't use Daiso Cotton Pad. When I Taipei, I actually use the brand 屈臣氏, and it's really, really light on the skin. Cause think about it, you're using this like 3-4 times a day. Like in the morning when you use your toner, you're using this. At night, you're removing your makeup, you're using this, and then you're putting your toner on and you're using this. So you're using this like 3 times a day at least. And then I know Swiffer has like these cotton pads for like different, oh I should use this, I should say this. This is the super thick one. It has like, for different purpose, they have it for nail polish remover for your face. But I used all of them and I realized they're all really rough and thick. That's the problem, it's thick. I'm not using it for nail polish, I'm using my face, so I really prefer it to be like thin and light and soft. So I found this at Daiso, and this is 2 boxes of this is $1.50, so 180 of this is $1.50 versus this brand I got is $3.50 for 90 pads. That is just crazy. I mean, it's like not even half of the price of, and I actually prefer this. So if you're really sensitive to, and I wonder if this is why Asian girls are much like they have less. If you notice, like Asian girls are much gentler on their skin, and then this is also one of the things I feel like it has a slight difference in that kind of like how you handle your skin every day. Just for 10 seconds can really affect you, I guess. So for this, I think you definitely want to go check out Daiso. Oh, Daiso, it says in the back too. Daiso, yeah. So next is, I really, really love this Garnier Eye. It's kind of like a eye gel, but it's a roll-on. And originally in Taipei, it's like you roll it on with the metal ball. In Taipei, I think they have a better spot in the store. It's like at eye level. Here, when I go to the store, they're like in the middle. Originally I couldn't find it. I thought they didn't have it here, but they do. So I was like, oh, because they're in a different spot. And you know that I really love St. Ives Moisturizer. St. Ives Moisturizer is like at the bottom of the shelf. So when you buy it in store, you're going to notice that they're in different placement depending on how much the brand wants to buy the shelf space. So online, of course, most of the time you review, right? So sometimes you read the highest review, the best review. But if you're like going to the store, you gotta like look for it. So this is definitely sold in US, and the reason I love this was because I was mentioning like in Taiwan, it's so humid and hot. When I put this on, it had this, because the metal ball, it had this immediate cooling effect when you put it on. And when you have, and I wanted to use something like very easy to use when you're using it at night, because sometimes you're just sleepy and you're lazy, right? But this is just really easy to put on. And it just kind of like, sometimes I feel like my eyes are swollen. I feel like when I put this on, it kind of helps it, the anti-puffiness of it. So you definitely find this. And I actually used the other one where it actually had color on it. It's like a BB cream. And it's like for your covering your eye, baggy eyes or black eye, but not black eye, but like, you know, when you get up and you have a little bit of darkness. So I actually use that too. So I really love this. And then the next thing is, immediately after I got off the plane, I was like, all the moisture got just sucked away by the desert weather of California. And when I went to a Korean supermarket, I went and got like one of these facial mask, and this is $1.50, and unfortunately it's all in Korean, but it just basically tells you to leave it on for like 10 to 20 minutes. Don't leave it on longer than that, because then you're actually drying up your skin, supposedly. I read it on a Chinese magazine, and it actually has Chinese on it. Oh, interesting. And the thing is, I have to tell you, in China and Taiwan, people are freaking crazy about facial masks. And it's so humid there, and I don't even think they need it. But in California, we actually need it more because it's so dry here in California. I don't know about North Cal, but in LA, definitely it's super dry. But we're not really kind of like, I think our skincare regimen is like, we don't really think about this. So if you find this, go check it out. And in Taiwan, there's actually different price points for this. There's like $4 one, $3 one, and then there's like $1.50 or $2 one. I've been using the $1.50, $2 one, and I think it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. And the thing is, this packaging, it actually makes the eye mask kind of like a cooling effect. So when you put it on, it actually feels like a cooling effect when you put it on. So if you ever go to a spa or something, take this one with you and then put it on. Or like you can put it on at night when you're at home, and when you feel like it's super dry. Like tonight, I'm gonna use one of this tonight. So the last one I'm gonna talk about is like fake eyelashes. So if you're really into fake eyelashes, like how I am now, I'm gonna tell you, like, basically I tried a lot of different kinds in Taiwan and in US. The favorite brand I like is actually called DollyWink, and here's the name of it. And the reason I don't have this package is because I lost it in traveling. And DollyWink is actually the only brand that I realized that actually includes this glue, which is so freaking important. I don't know why the other brands don't include it. And okay, the ones I think that price point you should buy is, so there's cheapest one you can actually find in Daiso. Daiso is the store I just mentioned. Daiso has like $1.50 or something, or $2 fake eyelashes. Don't buy those. Those hurt like hell. Like the fake eyelashes. This part, just that one. The part where you stick on your eye, kind of like eyelid. That part is really hard for the Daiso one, the cheap one, the $1.50 one. So I realized this part, it has to be really soft and flexible when you put it on your eyelid, because it can't pinch you, or it can't, like, it should move with your eyelid. And then, so this is about Ardell. This brand is actually in Taipei, and some of the really famous singers, celebrities, actually started their own. So this is like a famous singer. She started the one that she liked, and this is 100 NT, which is about $3.50. So this doesn't include a glue, which for the same price point, DollyWink does include the glue. But I think DollyWink they sell 2 per package. This one I also bought. This is super expensive. This was number 2 seller at this store called Sasa, which is kind of like Ultra and Sephora. This brand was so expensive. This one was $4.20 NT. So basically this is like $7 per eyelashes. And they don't include glue. I was like, why don't you include glue? Damn you, it's like $7. How much, you should include glue. So anyways, DollyWink is my favorite brand, and I'll put this all on the bottom below, even the ones I just mentioned. The one I'm wearing right now is this one. And I do like it, but it's $7 per eyelashes. I mean, I use it couple times, more than once, of course, but still. Anyways, okay, so today this is the end of the video. So if you have any comments, or you have any suggestions, or if you're just curious about things in LA or Taiwan, comment below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.